What's up, everybody? This is the last video of this weekend on catching up on some stuff. And the last one was my favorite to show. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I have been 3D printing some stuff from Landspeeder Luke's Patreon account. And these are from Star Wars, A New Hope, and various other movies that might have showcased Tatooine. And these are the moisture vaporators, I think you call them. You see them a lot on the Skywalker ranch, or whatever you would call it. I've also attempted to put some washes on some of these for the very first time I've ever attempted washes. So a lot of them are different because I tried different brands and such. I was happy the way they turned out. I'm glad I got some practice on it. I also put some wash on some of the benches I've showcased in previous videos. And I also purchased this, which is a 3D printed Yo-Jo Cola vending machine that I got off of eBay from another person. If I remember, I will put their eBay page in the description, and you see Sergeant Slaughter approves of it. But I could have 3D printed this, but I didn't have access to the STL file, and sometimes it's nice just to support another artist. So I was real happy with getting this and seeing how they did it. So we'll bring that right into the picture right off the bat. And this is a vending machine. You'll see up close right here. There's the back of it, or the side, and then the back. The side right here, the top portion, the bottom portion, and again, the detail. This is like some sort of sticker, I believe, that's on top of the actual object, but I like that trim right there. I really like the way that turned out. It looks like they were separate pieces and then glued on maybe, but I could be wrong on that. Here it is next to Sergeant Slaughter. It is a little bit smaller than I wanted. I wish it was just a tad bit bigger, but I'm still very much happy with it. So, yeah, we have that, and can't wait to utilize that in some pictures. Here is one of the benches. This is from, let's see, who is the guy? Lordy, I cannot recall. He used to have an Etsy shop, and then he stopped. Darth 3D printer, I believe it is. I'll try to remember, put it in the description as well. I've talked about it and linked it in previous videos, but this is the wash on here to kind of give it an older look, like it's been outside for a while. This is old buddy sitting on the bench. Here's the wash. I wish it was a little bit darker. And I'll show you which washes I used. For this one, I used, let's see, this one right here. This was my favorite out of the washes too. So this is what I used on two of the benches. All right, so let's do these in order. All right, so you've got that detail right there. And this one was this brand, which was Desert Dust. I don't know if it was because my base color was white, but it kind of gives it like an algae or green mildewy look. Still happy with it, but definitely not what I expected once it dried. I did like that it was not very heavy coated. And you'll see one of the ones I used was extremely heavy coated. And we got 3PO right here, just to show you what it looks like. The next one we used was this one right here. This one definitely gave it a grimy look. I really like how that turned out. I just hate that I missed a couple spots right there on the sides and then right here on the bottom. But I was definitely happy the way that turned out in the grill. I put all these little greeble type things all over it. And then I threw this on top because I forgot to print one of these, and I still think it looked pretty cool. So that's how that looks. Got 3PO next to it. And again, I got these designs off of Landspeeder Luke's Patreon. I've got this one right here. This one did not turn out. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I apologize for that. We used this one, and I want to say it was this. Yeah, it was this one. The Earth Shade. And these were a lot more thinner to use, which I liked. All right, let's get this one back over here. This one turned out way darker than I anticipated. And again, this was my first time using washes, so it was completely different. And this one, I used this one right here, which is for dark vehicles. Wash FX. So this was super dark, but it still looks good. I'm happy with it. Let's see. This one right here, again, I used this one right here, the non-oil gloss. And again, you can see these worked out a lot better coverage-wise because it kind of seeped into certain spots. I still think I put too heavy on it, coats, but I wanted a old look for it, so I definitely got that. And then this one, if you recall on a previous video, I painted this whole thing in a rust colored. So I took some water and wet it down, and then I went to put some rock salt on it to do the salt effect, and the salt wouldn't stick to the water. So my wife grabbed some hairspray for me. I coated it, and again, this was my first time doing this process. I coated I thought was a lot more spaces until I realized there wasn't that much. And then I put the rock salt on it. Then I took the original color, which was like a gloss white, whatever the base color was. You'll see it in previous videos. And I coated it. And I let it dry for a little bit. But I didn't let it dry all the way. Then I took a toothbrush and scrubbed everywhere. Let's see. And these spots where it busted loose was particles of where the salt was. And I really like that effect. And next time I'll be a little bit more prepared. I thought I'd put enough hairspray on here. I did not. But it still gives it that chipping rust look. So I was real happy with that. So there we go with that. So those were the washes that I used with these projects. Again, show them right here. This one was my least favorite. This one I have no clue why it turned green, but it did. This was pretty good. And this one was my favorite. Right here. That was the one that really did good. So all in all, glad I got the practice in. And I look forward to trying these in some photography, hopefully soon. As soon as I figure out how to use the camera. All right. Hope you like. Again, I got these from Landspeeder Luke's Patreon. Check him out on Instagram. And for the love of me, I cannot remember where the artist is I got the benches from. I'm having a brain freeze. But I hope you liked it. And You know, as apprehensive and hesitant as you are or will be on trying new things, it helps. Though I tell myself every time I'm scared I'm going to mess something up, but something like this, if you mess it up, you can't really tell if you messed it up. I hope you liked it. Later. Bye.